you organically are going to grow this business. You organically are going to grow your education in the industry. You organically are going to get opportunities. Makes it all much more manageable. You said it best. You have a schedule. You also have realistic expectations. It would be a win to go out there and sell and get one opportunity a month. You know what I mean? Like that would
Absolutely.
be a huge win. And in your situation, you almost have to approach it more so like a, hey family, hey friend, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm getting into. Here's something I'm super passionate about. Would you give me an opportunity and look at any of these features? I tell you what, I will help give you the best deal possible because I need blank canvases right now. I just need some 5x5, 10x10, 20x20 patches that I can go in there and I can work. And honestly, that's where I think you'll develop your craft. You'll start to learn more about who you are and what you like doing. Because if you are that creative artist, if you're the guy that is a visionary, if you're the guy that can see it and start putting it together and then will go educate himself on doing it, then you become a invaluable tool to that business. Like that will be how you grow a business that becomes successful. Understanding that everything that you build around right now is built around who you are and what you do, more so than it is built around having an LLC, forming an LLC, figuring out a business name. But very importantly, as you're figuring out these things, here's something that it took me years and years to learn. I started multiple business. I had an equipment repair company. I had a detailing company. I had a resale company. I had multiple different companies. And after they all diminished in some way, shape, or form, one thing that I learned is you can't build anything without the right person. People are the foundation for everything. You could form a great LLC and have all the business plans in the world. I could give you $50,000 to go market your business. You could go sell 10 jobs. And you know what? You can go bankrupt because if you don't have the right person to go out there and do it, it's not going to be successful. So ultimately, what you're building on right now is you, right? So as you're investing slowly, like you said, which is smart, because that's how you can absorb. You can't just walk up to a plant and dump 20 gallons of water on it and say, oh, it's watered, right? Like it takes time for that thing to grow and you got to water it slowly. One of the things that I would recommend is that understand where your greatest strengths are and what they are, because those will help form who the business is and what the business is. Right? As you begin to understand those things, you'll also begin to understand what is the things that are most important to you. What makes you who you are? Because it'll probably make the business what it is. What I think too much is that people try to worry too much about, okay, what's the business? What does it do? What are the values of the business? No. Who are you? What are your values? What are your principles? What morals do you have? Because that ultimately will be the foundation for your business in a sense too. And it took me a long time to realize those things. That this creativity and this communication and this handshake meaning what a handshake's supposed to mean and eye contact meaning what eye contact's supposed to mean and let your word be your work and treat all people with kindness and excellence and do unto others as you want done unto. Like these were the principles in business that I took to the table ultimately that helped lay a foundation for success. It wasn't, well, we're going to have the best customer service. Okay, well, I hope so. What makes you unique? So in this, more so than who the business is and what the business does, what's your unique value proposition? Right now, if I wanted to do business with Isaiah, what makes Isaiah unique? What are you bringing to the table that separates you from the rest? And here's where I'm going to get a little spiritual with it, because I believe that I am what I am. I am who I am, and I am whose I am. And whatever I believe I am is exactly what I am. So it may take some time, but if I'm a creative artist, if I'm one of the best water feature builders, if I'm one of the guys that can build you one of the coolest things in your backyard, that's what I believe. It may take me some years to continue to develop, but we're always going to be developing. But see, if you don't have that core belief in who you are, and ultimately then what makes you unique and what you bring to the table, you'll realize that people want to do business with you because of what makes you unique and different. And it ultimately comes down to you and who you are. And maybe people want to support you because of your family. And maybe people see your wife and your kid and see the beautiful picture of what entrepreneurship and the American dream and having a support system and everything look like. So maybe they want to support that. So maybe the best thing that you have is all around you, and what you think you need is so far from what you need right now, because you got everything that you need, right? Like it's you. And when you dumb it down all the way to keep it simple and recognize, like, at the end of the day, it's me. I don't need an employee right now. I don't need a partner right now. At the end of the day, my partner and my employees are my wife and my family. That's it, because at the end of the day, this whole thing is going to be built on a foundation of my knowledge, my experience, my education, my will and want to go out there and to get educated, to get around the right people, to go to build upon days and academies and universities. And that's the foundation. And there's nobody else that I can hold responsible and accountable to that. And right now, we don't even have a business. There's not even like anything to talk ownership of. I'm not selling myself. You know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, I'm me right now, and I'm what I got. And that's what I'm building off of. And then one day when you build that business up and you look back and you recognize, like, not because of pride, but because of your belief and because of your foundation and because of God's word and because of all of a mixture of those things, like, it was you. Then you can be proud of yourself. You didn't have to sell yourself out, and you can build it all upon what makes you unique and who you are. And I'll tell you what, people love the fact that you're a police officer too. It opens you up to an entire side of the market that needs water features. They need peace, rest, and relaxation. They need something to disconnect and unwind with. And ultimately, that profession provides enough resources to buy a little fountainscape. You know what I mean? So if you can get creative, like, I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours on strategic ways. Okay, once we figure out, like, business name, once we start building Facebook, and once we start building website, now we start thinking strategically how to market. And really, again, we go all the way back. Okay, how are we going to market? Okay, who are you? That's where we start. You know what I mean? Because I think the marketing, the advertising, no. You're a police officer. You're at a police station. Take some flyers to the police station. Go talk to some guys at the police banquet. Go to the police car show. You are the advertising and marketing. You know what I mean? Like, go shake some hands and introduce yourself and go show that flyer and brochure off, and then have a website, have a Facebook page, have an Instagram, have all of those things spelled out, and know how to confidently go out there and sell, not a product, but sell who you are. That's how you can walk out in confidence and secure. That's how you can be bold and be creative and be confident, is because it's you. It's not a product that was made in China. It's not the best business name. It's the best version of you that will create the best business. And as you develop yourself, your business will develop. As you develop your leadership, your business will develop. And as a rising tide raises all ships, once you become a better leader and you educate yourself and you start learning and growing, everything around you ultimately starts learning and growing and coming up with that as well. So I'm excited for you. My goal is to give you some of that practical, talk through some of like the motivational kind of inspiration, so you can take a deeper dive and having conversations with your wife. I think that's important. My wife was with me in the very beginning when we were determining what the name was going to be. And then ultimately, I realized that it was built upon exactly who we were.